Well, hi there folks, and welcome to another exciting episode of Art Tips with John. I am your host, John Morris, and welcome to the show that teaches you not only how to build a successful art business, but also how to unleash and build on your creative talent as well. Welcome to another exciting show. Okay folks, well, we're in a very different location for this episode of Art Tips with John. We're actually in my living room, and the reason we're here is because Katie's busy teaching upstairs, but also because we've been filming in here for a sit-down interview for the final episode of The Artist Heart Season 3, Kilts, Castles and Haggis, which you can see and check out at johnmorrisartfromtheheart.com/documentaries. But that's not why we're here today. Today we want to talk about sleep. Now I know what you're thinking is, John, how on earth sleep got anything to do with art or the art business? Well, let me tell you. Okay, research was recently carried out, and a person who is in his 90s was asked the question, Mr. So-and-so, how did you manage to get to 92 years old? And he said, well, the secret for me is quite simple. I get between 8 and 10 hours sleep a night. And this really got me thinking. Now, I struggle with sleep like so many artists and creative minds because we're constantly thinking, we're constantly doing things. Usually I sleep okay, but over the last couple of nights I've struggled to sleep. And I heard about this, and I know a lot of people that have bought into the lie over the last couple of years that you need to train your body to sleep less. Now I know people like The Rock are out there, and there's a lot of people on social media now saying, well, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I train in the gym. I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I train in the gym, and I do more, and I can be more, I can build more. The problem with this is, yes, you can do more, and I want to use an analogy, if I may, of burning a candle. Now, you probably know what I'm going to say here, but if we light the candle, okay, and this is one of my little birthday candles. It was my birthday a couple of weeks ago. So if we light the candle here, as you can see, it burns really brightly, doesn't cause any problems, it burns really brightly. But the problem is, we're getting a lack of sleep and constantly being what we call on. You then do what I call burning the candle at both ends. And don't worry, I've got a heatproof sheet underneath me. Let me just try and move my fingers so I don't burn myself. And what happens then is things start burning more, the wax starts dripping more. And before you know it, the candle really, because I could only hold that for a couple of seconds, the candle burns brighter and brighter and faster, and it makes you look like you're doing more amazing things, but the reality is you're actually shortening your life by quite a lot. And it is expected that all these people now in their 20s and 30s that are training their body to be like a machine where they're not given enough sleep and enough rest, they are not expected to live past pretty much their mid-60s, okay? Now, sleep is a really important thing. If you don't get enough sleep, you really struggle with focusing. You really struggle with being able to be, active, and sometimes you actually find yourself sleeping throughout the day. Now, there's a lot of people out there then that if they don't take those naps and they're constantly like, yeah, I want to be on, I want to do whatever I've got to do, again, they are shortening their life because a candle that burns twice as bright only shines half as long. And you've heard that phrase before, and that's why it's really important to not only make sure you get enough sleep, but, and I don't have any of this written down in notes or anything, but the other thing is as well, just to throw into this as well, that there are a lot of artists out there now that want to make a living with their art, and that's what we're all here for. That's what obviously you're following and watching this YouTube channel for, because you want to follow someone that's actually made a living with their artwork. The problem that I often see, and I really try to discourage any artist that I coach from doing this. My advice always is make your art the best that it can be and then worry about trying to sell. A lot of young artists in particular, or people that are just, let's face it, people that are struggling. They think, oh well, I'll make some artwork and I'll sell my artwork and that'll solve my problems. It doesn't work like that because they're missing one key ingredient. They're missing business skills, marketing skills, sales skills. They're missing at least one skill from somewhere. And I always say to them is, look, make sure you build your artwork. Don't worry about selling it just now. Just worry about building your artwork to be as good as it can be. Because at the end of the day, if you build up this audience, okay, and you get to know all these people through networking things, when you share your artwork, it has to be like, wow. Oh my goodness, this is incredible, to give you the biggest impact possible so you hit the ground running. And that's really, really important. Because the reality is that if you don't, people then are going to look at it and say, well, it's all right artwork. Or if you're just getting started, your friends will compliment you, usually, and they will say, oh, it's really nice, it's really lovely. The trick for any artist or any business person is to be able to sell to people that are not in their family circle or their friendship groups. If you can do that, then you know that you are really starting to make a serious business work, okay? Because your friends will support you, well, usually. Your family will support you, well, usually. But if you can sell to people literally all over the world, and you can sell them on your artwork or your product or whatever it might be, then you've got something, and you've got something absolutely amazing and really, really astounding. But you've got to make sure that whatever it is you're selling is as good as it can be. And if it's not, it does take some of that oomph out of there. And I've often found that young artists in particular try to sell their artwork way, way too soon. Everybody in their lives has a shelf life, what they say. A time when you burn really, really brightly and then you sort of fizzle out a little bit. Now, in my career, being at the age that I'm at, in my mid-30s, I can honestly say, folks, that it's true, but you do, depending on your attitude, your personality, who you are, all that kind of stuff, you do get more than one go around. I think in my art career so far, I had a big go round in the early 2000s. I had a big go round in the United States in 2012 when I was over there for our United States tour. I had another big go round in about 2015, 2016, and now in 2020 when the world is in lockdown and coronavirus, again, with other platforms that's out there, we're having another big go round in different sections. So I honestly believe that because I was asked this question earlier on, I know I'm just throwing out, seemingly random things, but they do make sense, I hope, to you. But I was asked, John, have you ever felt like, when you had your big go-round and people were buying your artwork and then it stopped, that was going to be it? And the answer is yes. The answer is absolutely yes. That there were times that I sat there and I felt like, oh my goodness, that's it. It's over. I'm never going to sell another painting again. And then a couple of weeks down the line, people started ordering my artwork again, people started buying my canvases again, and it happens. But it's all about building up that audience, and I can't stress that enough. It is about learning business skills, because if you don't learn the business skills, you can have the best artwork out there, the best product out there, but if you haven't got the skills to sell that artwork, doesn't matter. And I would encourage anybody, yes, work on your art skill, absolutely. I still do that to this day, especially during the lockdown. And I'm having tremendous fun doing with that because it keeps my creative juices going. But especially during the lockdown, take this opportunity to build on your artistic skills, but also develop in your own mind that marketing skill. As I've said to you before, we've got an awesome course that's out called How to Build a Successful Art Business, where I walk you through step by step how to build this business through marketing, through sales, how to deal with difficult customers, how to actually build a product and how to build a product line, and so much more that's in that course. You can check that out, of course, at outreachart.org. And I just want to thank you for taking the opportunity and the time to watch each and every single week. I really do value it. So guys, if you want to last really, really a long time, you've got to be willing to reinvent yourself and allow yourself to be reinvented. Don't be an arrogant artist that comes out with, well, I just want to sell my art. It's all about me, 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 me. Folks, people are looking to buy, but they're looking to buy something specifically. And my advice would be, don't be one of those arrogant artists in the most humble way possible. And don't burn the candle twice as bright. Make sure you get enough sleep, making sure that you're keeping your mind at least, in a semi-state of relax. So you're going to be able to do the best that you can do, and I am so excited for you wherever you're watching this, because you've got an amazing opportunity. Just because the lockdown's on right now, let me tell you, that doesn't mean that it's it. I've got a friend of mine on Instagram who is selling her work in the United States for $18,000 a pop, and I was looking at her work and I'm like, wow. How, again, asking the question, how do you get to that level? And that's what you want to know. You always want to be looking at people that are doing what you want to do and build upon it. So that's all we've got from this week's episode of Art Tips with John. I'm struggling to remember all the different things that we're doing. What I want to encourage you folks is we've got a brand new show that's coming out. And it's another way to present your artwork, and I want to show this in its entirety. The entire series will be up on YouTube, and it's called The Artist Heart. Hang on, rather than me trying to explain it to you, let me just show you a small taster. Plus, if you sign up to our mailing list, which is completely free, you get an additional series on there, and it's 5-minute episodes called Watch Along, where I share with you live some of my thoughts and some of my memories from these different episodes. So it could be, Beatrix Potter and Dunkeld, it could be Castle Mingus, it could be, gosh, what else we got? Denio, where they filmed Outlander. It could be Loch Lomond, it could be so many different places, Pintlockery, Loch Tay, on and on and on. You'll get to see the history, hear all about it, and so much more as we take to the skies and to the water this time. It will be a tremendous amount of fun, and if you want to sign up for that, it is completely free, and you can do that at johnmorris.artfromtheheart.com/documentaries, and I look forward to seeing you there. So this is giving you guys that are following my teaching, which I really, really love and appreciate. This is giving you the opportunity now to see another way to present your artwork, and in doing so, hopefully it'll give you ideas to be more creative, and hopefully through that more successful. If there's anything we can do to help, of course, please do get in touch with us at outreachart.org, and want to obviously give a shout out to our sponsors, which is, incidentally, outreachart.org. They are the best at what they do because they understand their students. They build amazing art teaching and art courses that you can do from the comfort of your own home. It's very simple. Click, select the course that you want, pay and download, and you can begin painting within minutes. If you're looking for art supplies as well, they also supply some amazing products on Amazon as well. And I have been your host, John Morris, the painter of memories, and this has been Art Tips with John, the show that teaches you not only how to build a successful art business, but also how to unleash and build on your creative artistic skills. Until next time, take care, God bless, and I'll see you soon.